My Raider rumor scale. Zero Chucky heads, tuck rule, tuck that. Not going to happen. 1 Chucky head is a small shred of truth. I like to think 25% chance of happening. 2 Chucky heads, people are talking. This rumor is 50-50. 3 Chucky heads, pretty likely. 75% chance of happening. And then 4 Chucky heads, believe it, baby. 100%. This rumor is going to happen. Next rumor coming up here on the board. Should it be time that Kolton Miller just ends his season already? I'm giving this one 4 Chucky heads, believe it, baby. I think if I was Kolton Miller and if I was the Oakland Raiders, I'd say, hey, man, why don't you just rest up? He's been dealing with an MCL sprain since September 30th, and he's already banged it up a few times. He also has a hyperextended elbow that he suffered Week 8 against the Chargers, and when you just think about all the injuries that he's been playing through, I'll tip my cap to him and say, yeah, he's a tough player, and I like to see that. I think he's a Gruden grinder. He's dealing with all these injuries, but he hasn't been playing well. If he was playing well, sure, keep him out on the field. But this season, he's allowed 10 sacks. That's the most in the NFL. He's allowed 39 total pressures on Derek Carr. Derek Carr still is the most important player on this team just in terms of money. So the fact that he's allowed 39 total pressures, second most in the NFL, if he's hurt, let's sit him. Let's let him rest. It's a lost season. So if I'm Kolton Miller, if I'm the Raiders, man, I'm just saying this right now. Man, I'm done. Let's pack it in until next season. All right, it's Thanksgiving, like I said yesterday, so I want to know from you, what's your favorite Thanksgiving food? Is it turkey? You know, that's not mine. Is it any kind of pie? Apple pie, pecan pie? For me personally, I love pumpkin. I'm kind of a basic Mitch when it comes to pumpkin, so I'm a pumpkin pie fan. But I want to know from you, what's your favorite Thanksgiving food? All right, Raider Nation, I want to say, guess what I'm going to be wearing tomorrow at Thanksgiving? I'm going to be wearing some Mizzen+Main. And if you guys want to wear Mizzen+Main, you're going to go to comfortable.af because these shirts are indeed comfortable as F. Why am I wearing a Mizzen+Main shirt tomorrow? Because I'm going to eat so much food when my stomach expands. My shirt can expand too because these shirts, you can't see when I sweat. They got sweat wicking technology and they're super stretchy. Like literally, look at this. Like, can you see that I'm stretching that? Yeah, these shirts are awesome. So shout out to Mizzen+Main for hooking up everybody here at Chat Sports. Next rumor coming up here on the board is around Jalen Richard. And is he going to have a 2019 breakout? I'm going to give this one Chucky head, and I think it's a small shred of truth. Jon Gruden, man, he definitely was buttering up Jalen Richard's biscuits this past week. He straight up said Richard may be the MVP of the entire team. And not necessarily that I disagree. I personally think it's Rodney Hudson, but the fact that Gruden came out and said he could run and catch for 1,000 yards in a season. Like, here are his season stats. They're okay, 29 carries, 118 yards. We can all agree that he's definitely a better pass catcher. But for Gruden to come out and say that he could be a 1,000-yard rusher and 1,000-yard receiver, that's laughable considering here are his career stats. Like, he doesn't even have 1,000 yards rushing or 1,000 yards receiving in his entire career, his 4-year career. So Gruden, I love the love, but at the same time, let's set realistic expectations. So the rumors around Jalen Richard, and I want to know from you, who's going to be the Raiders' starting running back in 2019? Is it going to be Doug Martin? No. Is it going to be Marshawn Lynch? I think he's retiring. Could it be DeAndre Washington or Jalen Richard? Possibly. Or could it be this very next guy coming up here on the rumor board? But I want to know from you. Comment below. So, I said kind of a cliffhanger, right? Next rumor is around Le'Veon Bell. And is he going to be an Oakland Raider in 2019? I'm going to give this one 2 Chucky heads, and people are talking. So, according to BetDSI, Le'Veon Bell has the highest odds to sign with the Raiders. So, the fact that he could end up playing for the Oakland Raiders is interesting. Now, he skipped his entire 2018 season, and he wants that fat contract, and he's probably going to be the biggest free agent this offseason. So, here are the top destinations for Bell in 2019. The Oakland Raiders sitting there at plus 300 odds. Then you got the Philadelphia Eagles at plus 400. The Green Bay Packers at plus 650. The Colts, and then the Texans at the bottom 2. If I'm going to put my money down, it's actually a team that's not even on this list. I'm going to put my money down on the New York Jets. If you want to see those odds, you're going to go to chatsports.com/bet. And remember to use that promo code LIVE120. Go get yourself some free money and also win yourself some money because personally, I don't think Le'Veon's going to ultimately go to the Raiders. I would actually put my money on the New York Jets. But top destinations from BetDSI. Remember how I said before, if the Raiders wanted them, here are the highest paid NFL running backs per year. This is what Le'Veon Bell wants. Le'Veon Bell's looking for this type of cha-ching. He wants David Johnson, Todd Gurley type of money. Like, way more than Freeman, way more than McCoy and Barkley. Maybe before the season, I would have said, sure, you could pay him that. But after watching James Conner just absolutely dominate, maybe Le'Veon Bell, I'm not saying he's not good, but but maybe his numbers were inflated because the Pittsburgh Steelers have a great offensive line and ultimately have a great team around him. So, I want to know from you, would you want the Raiders to sign Le'Veon Bell? For people on Facebook, give me a wow face for yes or a like for no. Would you want the Raiders to sign Le'Veon Bell knowing that they're going to have to pay him a whole bunch of money?